Hey everyone, welcome to a new video. I hope you had a great day. Let's take a look at some new tales from retail. The first story is called Collectible Coins. Here in England we have 50p coins and some of them are decorated to celebrate someone, an event or a landmark. These can be quite collectible. A few years ago a series of 5 coins was released to celebrate the author Beatrix Potter, and certainly the older generations like to keep them. By far the most sought after coin featured a character called Peter Rabbit, and it wasn't uncommon for people to ask me to try and find one in my till for them. Fast forward to the day of the story. The coins are rarer than they used to be, but they are also sought after by fewer people. A lady comes up to my till, buys a few things with a total of $3.50 and pays with exact change, one of the coins being a 50p. Naturally I glanced at it and remarked it was one of the special Beatrix ones. That's one of those Potter 50p, haven't seen one in a while. Oh, sorry, can I take that back? I've got 4 of them and I want to give all 5 to my granddaughter. So I give it back to her and she can only give me a £1 coin. She now needs 50p change. Sorry about that, love. I've been trying to track down these coins for months and I just got this one Beatrix Potter seal from across the road there. Oh, really? Which ones have you got so far then? I've got the duck, squirrel, the hedgehog and the seal. At this point I notice the queue is growing, so I start fumbling around for a 50p to give her as change. By chance I look down and happen to notice the Peter Rabbit 50p was half buried at my till, the last coin she needed. I quickly fished it out, turned it face up so the lady didn't see the design and gave her the receipt. Well, good luck finding that last one, madam. Hopefully it turns up soon. Thank you, love. Have a good shift. She walks away, but doesn't get far before looking at her change to put in her purse. She turns around and looks at me, now serving another customer. She walks past my till and silently mouths, "Thank you." I nodded my head and smiled. Rarely have I seen anyone leave our store looking as overjoyed as she was, definitely the highlight of my day. The next story is called Today Was a Good Day. I work in photo finishing and I was helping a friendly lady who wanted prints off of her phone. She offhandedly mentioned that she recently lost all the photos on her phone, so she was only able to get prints from the last few weeks. I found it odd that the photos would just disappear, but the phone was still working. She insisted, despite being a technology illiterate, that she didn't accidentally delete them. She also offhandedly mentioned that she thought her phone had a memory card in it. This needed further investigation. I fully expected her to not have a microSD card, since many older folks called a SIM card a memory card, but lo and behold, there was one inside. I put the card into one computer and it didn't show up at all, so I tried our Windows PC instead and it told me the disk was unformatted. Likely corrupted somehow by a cheap off-brand Android. I didn't want to get her hopes up, but since Windows was able to see it, I thought there might be a chance. So I took a deep breath, formatted it and threw it into our recovery software. I was able to recover 90% of the photos and videos on that card. The lady had been waiting for her prints anyway, so I raved for her to come around to my computer and take a look. She looked at the photos on the screen and literally started bawling. It was all her most important pics, her grandson's grad, her dog that had passed away a few months ago, family trips. Years worth of pics that weren't backed up anywhere. In the end, she bought a new microSD and I gave her a DVD of the pics at no charge. After paying, she ran behind the counter and gave me a big hug. I later found out that she handwrote my boss a letter and said it was the best customer service she'd ever had. Today has been a good day. The third story is called The Candy Bar. I work as a manager at a small chain of stores with 30-ish locations. I'm putting away my main order of the week when a woman comes in asking for an outrageous bar. I told her with a smile that we had some right in front of the store as I pointed right to a blank spot on the shelf. Turns out we had sold out over the weekend and I had just broken this poor woman's heart and shattered her dreams with false hope. She had been searching relentlessly for weeks and couldn't find one anywhere. I apologized for the bad fortune and said I would order more straight away. The woman sighed, bowed her head and walked out of the store like a dejected puppy. I turned back to the order, opened the tab and right on top was a brand new box of outrageous bars. I tear open the box and vault over the counter like a cop sliding over a car hood, sprinting out the door like I had just clocked out. I caught up to her just as she starts to pull away from my store and from happiness. She turned and saw me lumbering towards her, holding the candy bar like a newborn I had just delivered into this world. I had never seen someone so happy over a candy. I tell her to have it on the house and have a good day. Then, a few days later, I got a call from my district manager demanding to know if I was the one who gave away a candy bar to a customer for free. Oh no, I think to myself, I do something nice for someone and she calls my boss to tell on me. So I tell my boss that yes, it was me. He tells me that she called and was so happy with our company she would be choosing us for the local volunteer firefighter appreciation gifts this year. $2,000 in gift cards, 25 each for the volunteers. My boss says he is giving me a 10% commission for the gift cards, minus the price of an outrageous bar. The next story is called Customer's Wife Demanded to Speak to Me. So this happened a long time ago in my old job at a high street jeweler in the UK. I was working on the shop floor and an elderly gentleman and his daughter came in and started looking at the bracelets and bangles. To give some perspective, this isn't a prestige jeweler. Unless something had a diamond in it, the most you could look to spend was 300 to 400 pounds. After giving them a few minutes to look, I went over and asked if they needed any help. The gentleman said he was looking for a bangle for his wife for their anniversary, but he wasn't sure what to go for. I brought them over to the table and chairs and let him have a sit, while I took 10 or so bangles and bracelets out of the display for him to have a look at. I brought them over and explained the difference between the medals, the clasps and such, and let him hold them and try them on his daughter to see how they looked on the wrist. I probably spent about 40 minutes with them, helping them choose something. He landed on something he liked and left happy with a new bangle for his wife. Such a nice man, and it was a pleasure to see him off with something he liked. Skip to the following Saturday and I was on the shop floor again. A lady comes in looking around for something, so I head over and ask if she needs anything. She clocks my name badge and says, "Are you the chap that had my husband pick out this bangle?" It was the wife of the gentleman I helped, and she had come into town to find me specifically to say thank you for spending so much time with him to pick out such a lovely present and how much he loved it. Apparently it had meant so much to the old-timer that he told her all about the experience in the store. He had really no idea what he was looking for, and I was just pleased to help guide him through the minefield that can be women's jewelry. I'd never had such warm fuzzies working in that shop. The last story is called She Called Corporate About Us. One of my coworkers, C, and I get along super well. Like, we are the same person with similar senses of humor. So when we work together, the atmosphere is friendly and light. My manager tries to schedule us together because there's a legitimate rise in sales when we are together. The store is basically dead between holidays, so I'm able to follow customers and help them one-on-one without having to worry about a line. One day, this nice lady came in and you could tell she had money. She held herself confidently, smelled like leather and flowers and had designer clothes, and she was beautiful. So I greet her and asked her if she needs any help. She says yes, and my coworker and I walk over to help her. We learned that she's buying for a retirement party and a work anniversary party. So we help her pick stuff out based upon her color scheme. I make small talk and learn that her son is learning about noble gases and his favorite gas is sulfur hexafluoride. It makes her voice deeper, the opposite of helium. I reply, my least favorite gas is my dad's. I know it's a dumb joke, but everyone laughed it. The nice lady was fairly short, so she thanked us for helping her and asked where the retirement and gag stuff is. I pointed out and offered to keep her 2 cards of stuff in the front, which she thanks me for. I stay up at the registers now because somehow a small line formed and I heard more chatting and laughing coming from my coworker and the woman. She comes up and cashes out, nearly $450 worth of stuff. Our average purchase is around $30, so this was a godsend. I get to the end and scan a coupon, 25% off the entire purchase, which brings the total down about $120, and she almost hugs me. She's so happy. I offer to help her take everything to her car, and my coworker holds open the doors for us, and she talks the whole time about how she's doing all the errands today, so she's sorry if the truck is a little messy. I say it's fine with a little laugh. Guys, I'm not a car person, but this thing was huge. It was the same size as a pickup truck with a cool hatchback trunk, and it was so clean. I climbed in and played Tetris around dry cleaning and groceries, like I legitimately climbed in at least 4 feet into the trunk. She kept thanking me and complimenting us and asked for the number to corporate so she could compliment us. Unfortunately, it's not on the receipts and I don't know it off the top of my head. She ended up googling it herself and my district manager came in a few days later to thank us because the lady left a stunning compliment about us. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel for more content. Let me know what you think about the video in the comment section below. Have a great day. Bye bye.